Okay. Hello? Hello out there. Are you there? Are you with me? Hey, sorry about the lateness, but it's all good. It's the internet. There's no time. There's no such thing as time. You're here with me now for another edition of Vinily! That's right, it's Vinily once again. And I'm Mike B, and this is Vinyl Dreams. And you're on Fault Radio. Thank you for watching and listening. Today I've got a bunch of brand new jams for you to check out, all available here in the shop. There should be links in the chat, thanks to the amazing Infinite Jess. I think Alex might be in there as well, helping. But there's plenty to get to today. It's 2021. We made it through. And I've got all kinds of new stuff. In fact, things that just arrived today. Brand spanking new to play for you and talk about. First thing is, straight off the bat, we have a new 10-inch from our friend Phil Myson in the UK, aka Cantoma. Let me put that up so you can see the cover. These are remixes of his track The Mountain on a special 10-inch. And right now, to start off the show, we're going to hear from our boy in Switzerland, Lex, who's done a pretty killer remix. So Lex remixing The Mountain by Cantoma. Check it out. Here we go. Brand new from Lex. Big ups, the man like Lex in Switzerland. Remixing Cantoma on Highwood Recordings. That's a brand new 10-inch. Great remix from Chris Coco on the flip. And if you go get the digital, there's a bonus Coyote mix as well, which is also pretty sick. Good stuff there. Really loving that vibe. Great bass line as well. And I got another pretty sick brand new jam that just came in last night. Shout out to our boy Danny McLuhan, aka the Sky Rager, half of Psychomagic. He's been working on this project where he kind of uncovered acetates by this artist Mila Anatoli. Is that correct? Am I saying that right? Mila Anatoli. And he managed to track down the artist, and as a result, we've got this amazing 12-inch of her work from, I believe, the early 80s. And there are two great edits on this as well. This is on the Space Talk label, which is a sub-label that Danny helps run for the guys who do Lang, of course, one of our favorites. And great little kind of rock, synth, pop thing, slow-mo vibes. You know how we do it. And this is going to be the Sky Rager edit version of this track by Mila Anatoli. Let me just cue it up for you here for a second so that we can get that going. Great tune. I'm really excited to play this for you, especially since we just got it literally last night. Been waiting for a minute for this, and it's been causing a lot of waves in the UK, so here you go. You ready for this? Let me put the sleeve up so you see what we're talking about. Boosh.
matter where it's at. The future is your life. But past is on my mind. Yes, past is on my mind. This scenery is usual. There'll be more broken hearts. There'll be more broken hearts.
All right. Brand new Mila Anatoly 12-inch on Space Talk with the Sky Rager edit. It's my dude. Big up, Stanny. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Great record, and there's 3 original tracks and 2 edits. The other is by Johnny Rock. Great release, and we have a grip of these right now, so get in there and grab those while you can. It's a great jammy. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that, so it's finally here. Moving on to the next jam, I want to get into this track by North Satellite, who is our buddy Eugene Tambourine from New York City, and this record is coming out on Startree Records, which is another friend of ours, Darshan Jesrani, from, well, you may know him from Metro Area or a whole bunch of different things, especially making a lot of amazing disco records over the past few years. If you remember that Arcade Lovers record from a few years back, it's amazing stuff. So this is the newest Startree record, and the artist in this particular case, North Satellite. The track we're going to play is called Le Lagon Noir. Pardon my French. But great record. We're going to keep the vibe on the down-tempo tip, and I really like this one, particularly because it was a little slower. Here we go, North Satellite.
Je me repose et prends le soleil. Il fait chaud. Le jour, je plonge vers l'épave. La nuit, je nage dans le lac noir. Je me demande qui j'emmènerai sur une île déserte. je me rappelle des villes. La nuit, je rêve d'un lieu idéal. Le jour, je plonge vers l'épave. La nuit, je nage dans le lagon noir. À Sainte-Brasse, ton berger. Le corail est fait de ses eaux. Ses yeux sont des perles. Rien chez lui ne se fane. Il se transforme comme les vagues en quelque chose de riche et d'étrange. Et je suis seule à te raconter cette histoire. Appelle-moi Ismaël. J'ai bien reçu ta lettre. Merci beaucoup. Je me repose toujours et prends le soleil. Il fait très chaud. Je me demande avec qui je partirai sur une île déserte. Le jour, je me rappelle de ta chambre. La nuit, je nage dans le lagon noir. Aujourd'hui, un avion est passé près de l'île. Mais mon esprit était ailleurs. Et si jamais tu reçois cette lettre, sache que je pense à toi. Tendrement de l'océan Pacifique. Au revoir.
All right. North Satellite. That's, what was it again? Le Lagon Noir. Excellent little jam there from our buddy Eugene out in New York. Shout out to Eugene. Great record, my man. We were so stoked to finally get this in. And I'm already getting hit up about it, so it looks like it's resonating with the people. I'm glad you guys are feeling it as well. Moving forward, I've got another great record from our friends in West London at the 2000 Black Camp. This is basically a straight up R&B record by the artist Sammy. The whole record's called Figuring It Out, as you'll see on the sleeve there in a minute. And the track I'm going to play is called Spaced Out Summer Tours and Back Again. And it's looking here like the production features Kaidi Tatum, Mensa, Thy Lord, and Digo on the track. So it's all the usual broken beat West London suspects. And I'm loving this tune. The whole record is fire. This track is the one that stood out to me. So I'm going to get right into that. Spaced Out Summer Tours and Back Again. Want to make sure that this is all ready to go real quick. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
If peaceful work, then we must find it.
All right. Wow. These guys can do no wrong in my book, and I'm always going to be checking what they're making and bringing it into the shop for you. That was Sammy with Spaced Out Summer Tours and Back Again on the 2000 Black label. Fresh stuff from West London. Big ups to the 2000 Black crew. Love you guys. Boy, that's so nice. And moving on from West London, we're now going to go to Italia. This week, we were fortunate enough to get a shipment in of restock and new releases from the Periodica label from Naples. Part of that whole Napoli scene, which is heavily into the disco, funk, boogie, jam, stuff like that. And I have a couple different releases I want to play for you today. The first one is from this artist Parbleu, and their release Dans cette Zik. Amazing record. I'm loving every track on this release. And again, like much like the West London guys, Naples, Napoli is so hot right now that if something is coming out of there, I want to check it out. I want to hear it. So this is no exception. This came out in 2020, and we're just getting it for the first time, along with some other restock titles, older titles, and newer titles from Periodica Records. So let's get to this. Parbleu. The track is called, it's the title track, Dans cette Zik, on the Periodica label. Here we go. All right. Dans cette zik from Parbleu on Periodica. We had somebody in the chat asking about the Good Feelings release on Periodica. Unfortunately, that is out of stock. We were unable to get that, but we're hoping for a repress soon. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Hopefully we'll be bringing that in soon enough. And I want to keep on this Napoli tip with another new release. This is a little fresher than the previous one, which just came out at the end of the year, I believe. Rosa is the artist, and it's on a amazing disco boogie tip. Fantastic tunes that we're really digging at the moment. I'm loving this release. It's good all the way through. Super chilled out vibes, slow tempos, you know what we like. So yeah, more Napoli business. This is Acqua di Sale by Rosa. All right, nice one. Rosa Acqua di Sale on the Periodica label. Great record. The whole release is fantastic. You really want to check out the whole thing because it's solid all the way through. Loving that and loving all of the Italian stuff that we just got. You know, don't forget, go to vinyldreamssf.com. You can buy everything I'm playing in the show today. And if you hit up the comments, no matter on what platform you're checking out, there should be links, direct links to each product in our web store. So if you want to go check out all these Periodica records that I'm talking about or anything else, vinyldreamssf.com, or hit the links and you can listen to the entire release in full and decide if you want to grab them. Stocks are limited, so you want to get in while you can, because this stuff is definitely going to move pretty quickly. All right, back to West London for a little bit of broken beat action. This is a new collaboration between the keyboardist, the multi-instrumentalist Kaidi Tatum, and Andrew Ashong, a vocalist. Great release. I believe it's 6 tracks or 5 tracks. And I'm loving this like soul vibe right now. It's really soothing to me. And I think we all need a little bit of that right now. So let's check it out. Let me put the record up on the shelf so you can check it. Kaidi Tatum and Andrew Ashong. And I believe this song is called, let me see, Low Ceilings, off their brand new release on Kito Records. Check it.
Whatever happened to the boom back? We're bringing it back. Groove so sweet with the hand clap. Move those feet with the toe tap. Whatever happened to the boom back? We're bringing it back. Groove so sweet with the hand clap. Move those feet with the toe tap. Whatever happened to the boom back? We're bringing it back. Groove so sweet with the hand clap. Move those feet with the toe tap. Whatever happened to the boom back? We're bringing it back. Groove so sweet with the hand clap. Move those feet with the toe tap. Tap, tap, tap. Whatever happened to the boom? Groove so sweet. The boom. So sweet. Hand clap. Boom. Groove so sweet. Hand clap. To the boom. So sweet. Hand clap. Boom. Hand clap. Hand clap. Hand clap. Hand clap.
Okay. Kaidi Tatum and Andrew Ashong collabing on that. That's on their new EP Sankofa Season. Amazing stuff. Future soul. That's what we like. It's been a soulful show so far. Been really delving into those vocals and keeping things funky and boogie-fied. I hope you've been digging it. I know I am. Some of my favorite stuff that's come in recently, including this next jam, which actually kind of snuck out at the end of last year, the very end of last year, and I started to see some rumblings about it online, and boy, is this a jam. The artist is Ole Funken, who is half of the Norwegian duo Hubba Bubba Club. You might recognize that name. They've had a couple like new disco anthems, actually, I would say, on kind of a Todd Terje tip in the past few years. And as soon as I figured that out, I was like, okay, this is going to be great. Boy, is this a great record. Both sides of this are on fire. It's on a label out of Norway called Snorkel Records. Big ups to the Snorkel guys. We just brought in 3 different titles, including this one. This stuff literally arrived like an hour before we started doing the show today. I've been waiting for this to show up. I don't think anybody in the States is carrying this record, so I'm pretty sure Vinyl Dreams is the only place you can get this. We're going to focus for now on the B-side, which is called Sun City. I might even play the flip in a second. It's that good. So without further ado, Ole Funken, Sun City, one of my favorite records of the young year so far. You do not want to miss this, and you got to grab it while it's hot, because this thing's going to go super quick. Ready? Oh, love that. What a nice jam. It takes me straight to the beach. And I hope to be playing that seaside very soon. Ole Funkin with Sun City. I got a grip of these right now. Get in while you can. That's the hot tune for sure. And I know a lot of our friends in the UK and EU are really hot on this as well. So I'm very excited to be able to present it to you. Lots of good stuff there. Okay, let's move forward. Did you know that DJ Harvey has a new record out? He does. Under the name Locus Solace, which he put a whole album and a bunch of singles out over the last decade. And he's back under that name. I'll put the sleeve up so you can check it out. It's called the Exhumed EP. And the main track on it is a vocal called Zombie Sex Dream. Which, like, okay, go for it. That's pretty classic Harvey. I'm going to focus here on the instrumental version, which I liked a little bit more, as it was a bit longer and a little more involved. This was what kind of spoke to me a little more than the vocal. So DJ Harvey back with Locus Solace and Zombie Sex Dream instrumental. Here goes. That's a jam right there. Locus Solace, Zombie Sex Dream instrumental. Vocals pretty great as well, but man, that instrumental is solid. Really feeling that. Of course, one of the many projects of DJ Harvey returned after probably a four-year absence or so. I think that Berghain 12-inch was the last thing that he put out, and that has to be like 2014 maybe. It's been a while. So moving forward to the next thing. Starting off our next hour, basically, I want to focus on a local release that we're carrying by our buddy Don Crisp of Crisp Recordings. Shout out to Don Crisp. He just dropped off their latest 12-inch with us, and it's as good as the last one. It's taken him a little while to get his second release, or his latest release, out on Crisp Recordings, and this is another collaboration between him and Rasul, DJ Rasul, who you may know, especially if you've been in SF for a long time. Crisp Recordings, this is a brand new release. What's the artist name again? Black in Time, of course. How could I forget? Great record. Definitely, we're kicking it up a notch, and the next hour is going to be a little tougher, a little rougher, but we're going to ease you into it with this release. This is the B-side called, I'll let you know when I can get another copy. When I come back, brand new Black in Time. Check it out.
Liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. Ich
All right. Brand new on Crisp Recordings right there from Black in Time, of course, that being Don Crisp and Rasul, their second release on the Crisp label. This, I believe, is a Vinyl Dreams exclusive, aside from the Crisp Recordings Bandcamp. I'm pretty sure no one else is carrying this. If the A side is called Beatbox, and Ich liebe dich is this particular track on the B side, takes up the whole side. Great release. We have a grip of these right now, so if you're feeling that, you're going to want to get in and grab that. I don't think anyone else is carrying that at the moment, so grab while you can. So sticking with the local tip, I want to bring the attention to another new local label release by the folks behind the As You Like It. Of course, longtime techno promoters here in the city have done their first vinyl release on their new label by another local artist, Christina Chatfield. It's got remixes from Tin Man and Non-Compliant. Definitely on a headstrong techno tip. And Christina's work generally has a lot of modular synthesis wound throughout it, if not the core of what she's doing. And we're going to focus on the B2 on this release today, called Descent. The EP is called Ascent/Descent EP, and the Descent is what we're going to focus on today. This is on AYLI As You Like It Recordings, Christina Chatfield, brand new local SF business. Check it out. brand new from the As You Like It camp. Big ups, shout out to Jeremy Bispo for finally launching his label. The release looks great, sounds great. If you're a local techno lover, this is essential. You should really be picking this up. And Christina is an amazing artist. Definitely someone that we need to continue to cherish and encourage in her work, especially locally, because we love San Francisco, don't we? We're still here. So go pick that up at the website. Don't forget www.vinyldreamssf.com is the website where you can buy everything I've played today. We have plenty of stock of all of these releases right now, so go check that out. Some of them have more stock than others, so you do want to act quickly. You never know when things are going to sell out fast, especially after I play them on the show here. They tend to move out the door pretty quickly. So, moving on to the next. And thank you for sticking to the show. I know if you're watching on Facebook, we've had the feed get taken down once already, so thanks for sticking around. And big ups to the Fault Radio crew, hiding behind the partition behind me here, and online. Thanks, you guys, and we'll shout you out again at the end of the show. VinylDreamsSF.com is where you want to go to buy anything I've played today. Don't forget. Moving on, we're going to listen to the new release from ESP Institute. Big ups to Andy Hogg, aka Love Fingers, down in Los Angeles. They put out probably my favorite release of last year, which was the Raymond Richards album. My favorite ambient album of last year. Absolutely stunning stuff. And we just did manage to restock copies of that. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go to the website. There should be a link in the comments. I know Jess will be on top of that to check out that Raymond Richards record. It is really stunning, perfect Sunday morning music. And but this particular ESP release is a bit more dance floor business. And as it says on the label, Patrick Conway is made of snips and snails and puppy tails. This is his second offering for the ESP Institute, and these two songs will bring back the summer you just lost. That is timely as heck. I couldn't have said it better myself. And this track is called Hyper Social. Let's get into it. All right. Patrick Conway, brand new on ESP Institute. It's called Hypersocial. Wow, that's a great record. Both sides are a jam. You want to grab that soon. These 12-inch singles tend to come and go pretty quickly as well. Dope stuff from Patrick Conway. We've had releases from him in the past that we also really liked, also on ESP Institute. Yeah, moving forward, and before we do that, thank you everyone who's been in the chat today, shouting us out. Folks that have bought records already, folks that are shopping now. Don't forget, vinyldreamssf.com is the destination and the reason for the season, as they say. Moving forward, we've got a new record from the folks at Paranoid London. It's their first edit record called Pledits #1, PL Edits, Paranoid London. And we're going to play the A-side off of this called Done for Money. Of course, there's one thing you associate with Paranoid London, it's acid, and this is no exception. This is going to come hot straight out the gate, so turn it up, put your head between the speakers, get ready for some serious acid house from Paranoid London coming at you. Sweet. Yeah, jamming stuff from the Paranoid London folks. I think that's a Mike Dunn record edited by Paranoid London on their edits label, PL Edits Pledits. #1 in stock right now. You're going to grab that because there are not very many in stock. Moving forward, I got a new record from the Fantasy Camp, one of our favorite labels. We've been carrying them for a long time. This particular one is from James Welsh. It's called Cold Land. It's kind of difficult to figure out which track to play on this particular release because there's really sick denim audio remixes on the flip of this. Of course, I can't let a show go by without at least playing a couple Jungle records, especially since Jungle seems to be coming back so hard in the last couple years. We're loving a lot of the stuff that we're hearing, and we have so much killer stuff in stock still with more to come. You're definitely going to want to check out our Jungle and drum and bass selection. And I want to get to this. I'm getting definite Square Pusher vibes off of it, like early Square Pusher, which is, of course, a good thing. And even though I've heard his house music and techno before, this is the first time I've heard James Welsh mess with anything explicitly breakbeaty. So let's check this out. Fantasy Recordings. It's James Welsh coming at you. from Fantasy Recordings right there, from James Welsh. That's called Cold Land. Banging tune. Definite Square Pusher vibes off of that. And of course, like I said, that comes with some pretty ravey, killer Denim Audio remixes on the flip. So you're not going to want to miss that as well. And keeping on the jungle hardcore tip, I'm going to take you back to 1992 now, because that's what I like to do. And we're going to focus on this new label called Amen Brother, which I am really feeling at the moment. Let me put the sleeve up so you can check it out. Artist here is called DJ H, and it's the Unfinished Business EP. I believe that these tracks are originally made in the early 90s and have been sitting on DATs in someone's closet for the last 30 years. And we have labels popping up left and right to release this classic stuff. So we're going to hear from, I believe, the AA1 side. Check it out, DJ H.
Set up everything nice and Carba set it for me, okay? Set everything nice and level. Little more top section, bit echo.
right, all right. DJ H on the new Amen Brother label. Man, it takes me back. If I had some baby powder, I'd show you my moves, but I'm all out. And shout out to the OG ravers that understand what I'm talking about. What a great record. I'm really feeling those tunes. We have 2 releases from this label in stock right now. So if you were feeling that, there's a second one you're going to want to check out. Go to the website, www.vinyldreamssf.com, to cop that while you can. That's a jam and a half. Really, really digging that as usual. All right, now we're going to move along to another new release. I believe this is a new record. I'm not sure if this is something that's being reissued. It's on the label Mysticisms, which is a sub-label of all of the emotional rescue, etc. labels. And that's been putting out lots of deep house and almost techie house reissues. They've put out some of the original Nail records that used to be worth a lot of money. And this record is great. It's DJ Hedonist is the artist. I'm really feeling all of these tunes. They definitely have that kind of 90s vibe to them. I'm not sure the titles on this because there are no titles anywhere on the release. But this is a nice electro vibe that I want to play for you. Let me rewind. And here we go. DJ Hedonist on the Mysticisms label. yeah. DJ Hedonist. That's brand new on the Mysticisms label with some pretty killer Detroit flavored electro. Really like that. And now we're going to wind things down a little bit since we're getting near the end of the show. I think we have about 10 minutes left, maybe a little less. I want to call attention to this great release by our friend Andrew Emmel in Chicago. We waited a minute to get these in, and they finally arrived. Under his Change Request moniker, he's released a almost 20-track double album that includes lots of collabs with vocalists, a lot of instrumental tracks, and it's definitely a home listening record that you can put on at home. It's got a lot of slower, more chilled out tunes, which we love. And we love that listening experience where you can put an album on, listen to it from start to finish, and you go on that journey. And that's what we're talking about with this. The album's called Theoretical Certainty by Change Request. I want to big up Andrew out in Chicago for his accomplishment here. And I want to find the track that we were going to play. I believe I've got it queued up here. Hang on a sec. There's so many tracks on this record. You really get a lot of bang for your buck, considering. And again, I don't really know anybody that's carrying this record outside or on the West Coast. So Vinyl Dreams is going to be your spot to check that out. Here we go. Okay. Change Request. This is called Tangerine Quest. And we'll give you a sort of the idea of what the record is about, I think. So as we're winding down to the end of the show, let's check this last track out. Change Request. All right. Just want to catch the last little bit there. That's Change Request. Track is called Tangerine Quest off the album Theoretical Certainty, in stock now. And that will do it for another edition of Vinily. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I hope you liked all of the tunes we played. Don't forget, everything is available to purchase right now at vinyldreamssf.com. You're going to want to head there right now and check that out. I know some things will sell out pretty quickly, but we appreciate your ears and eyes today. Thank you, for, no matter what particular platform you were listening or viewing on today. And we appreciate your patronage. Want to shout out Infinite Jess, who is in the chat, posting links to all of these items. If you want to go through the comments on whatever platform you're on there, you should find links to all of the tracks I played in the web store. And I want to shout out the Fault Radio folks, Dor and Dundee. Dor, of course, in his little producer's nook here in the record store, and Dundee at home on her laptop. Thank you guys so much for enabling us to do this show and to reach out to our people. You know, times are rough and every kind of interaction counts. I hope you guys appreciate what we're doing here, and you know, it's all about music. Love good music, and we got a lot of good music here at the shop. Well, you know, all said and done, Vinyl Dreams had an okay 2020. Wasn't great, wasn't horrible, could have been worse, and we're really hoping to go into 2021 to grow a little further. So thank you all for your continued patronage. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a month with another edition of Vinily on the first Friday of February, barring any scheduling conflicts. If you want to view previous episodes of the show, go to faultradio.org. faultradio.com, or their Fault Radio YouTube page. There are past episodes of the show up there that you should be able to view. Some of the stuff that we play is sold out at this point, but you can always message us, ask us if we can get something for you. 9 times out of 10, it's a possibility. So please don't be afraid to reach out. And again, thanks everybody. We'll see you next month. Peace.